Welcome back to Focus Unleashed. This episode is going to be an extension of the breakthrough episode. That's kind of where I'm at in my journey. Is I've accomplished my first goal. I have that pressure building up, like I know something is great is going to happen, and so I'm utilizing that as fuel to kind of stay focused, relentlessly putting in intentional work to accomplishing the second goal and keep moving forward. But one thing that I have done in the past that I found that worked, and I really felt like at this point in my journey, it was really important to get back to that, is really understanding how far I've come in my journey since I've started building Focus Unleashed in December. Because breakthroughs don't start loud. They start quietly. It starts when your actions begin to match your future more than your past. Excuse me. When the things you used to force now come naturally. When discipline feels less like effort and more like identity. This episode is about why you need to document the alignment. Because proof of who you are becoming is found in the patterns that you record. And that's something that I did a lot of pre-Focus Unleashed. I got into a habit of really documenting on a daily basis things that I have accomplished, thought processes that had changed, patterns that had changed, disciplines that I had developed, and that really kept me on track last year to see that when I was intentional, when I was relentlessly focused, I was changing as a person. That was kind of the beginning of what Focus Unleashed is all about. Identifying that and really reminding myself that every intentional step, every disciplined action, every ounce of focus that I put into accomplishing a goal changed me as an individual. And it changed me through identity of becoming the person that I wanted to become, the successful version of myself. Without that documentation, I wouldn't have seen how far I had come. And I felt like at this point in my journey and the Focused Unleashed system, this is a great time after either accomplishing your first goal or being very, very close to accomplishing your first goal. This is a great time to really reflect on how far you've come. So this episode is about documenting the alignment and why it is so important. So sit back and let's get ready to talk about it. All right, let's jump right into it. Let's talk about alignment and what it really is. Alignment is not motivation. It's not a burst of energy. It's when your daily actions line up with the person you said you wanted to become. It's when your habits stop fighting you. It's when your environment starts supporting you. It's when your identity begins to feel natural. And here's the truth. Alignment is the foundation of breakthrough. But you won't see it unless you document it. As I was working on this episode, I really started my own documentation of how much I've changed. I said in the last episode, I'm a totally different person than I was December when this started, and I'm a different person than I was in January when I started this journey officially. And sitting down and just writing down the differences that I see opened up the door to really ask people around me if they noticed the change. And I'm not around a lot of people. I coach a lot of clients, but they don't know me on a personal level. Um, I really stay to myself. So I really just, talking to my wife, talking to my kids, they've all seen a change in me over the past 6 months. And it reaffirmed what I had already started to notice. And the fact that I haven't really talked about it, the fact that I haven't really acknowledged it, but it is being seen by others, really lets me know that I'm aligning with the person that I want to become. And the reason I really sat down and started documenting it, because when you write it down, track it, capture it, or create proof, that helps you reaffirm everything that you are thinking and hoping is being seen by others, but also that you are creating in your own self. You see the proof that you are being consistent, that you're evolving, that your identity is shifting. Documentation does two things. It shows you how far you've come, and it reminds you who you're becoming. Without documentation, alignment kind of feels invisible. With documentation, alignment becomes undeniable. And that's kind of where I was before I started working on this episode. I accomplished my goal and I was like, oh gosh, what now? I know accomplishing the next goal is going to be a little bit harder, and I know everything that I need to do to accomplish it, as far as keeping with the system, turning that nervous, excited energy into fuel to really hone in on the skills that I've developed over the past 6 months. But it almost felt kind of empty. Like, I've accomplished this goal. I did what I said I was going to do. I know there's more to do, but who am I? And I kind of felt that after the last episode into developing this episode. It felt kind of empty. Felt good. Like I said, I feel good. I feel like something's coming, but it also felt kind of empty. Like, okay, who am I now? What do I do? So taking the time to document it really helped me see that this is a different kind of success. I've had success in the past, and I have said it repeatedly. This is the most successful I've been at this point in any year of my life. But I really didn't see the true story of it until I documented it. I saw the growth. I saw the consistency. I saw the relentless focus. I saw it all because I wrote it down. And without writing it down, I know it. In the back of my mind, I know it. But it really improves your belief in what you're doing when you can physically see how far you've come. So what do you document? What did I document? You don't need to record everything. That's one thing that I was really frustrated with. There was, on the paper, there was like 6 or 7 things. And I was like, is this really all that has changed in me? You just need to capture the signs of identity for me, right? So it's not a list of 20 things. It may just be a list 4 or 5. But what you want to do is you want to document what feels easier than it used to. What habits now feel natural? What decisions come quicker? What actions you no longer resist? What progress can you see stacking? These are the markers of alignment. These are the signals that breakthrough is forming. So you don't have to come up with a list of 25 to 30 things to say that you are shifting into a new identity. That list can be 4 or 5 things. Take these questions and just answer them. Because what I've always said and what I kind of lost as I accomplished this big goal is it's these small things that you do consistently that create the wins. And that goes with identifying the identity shifts and the alignment that you're creating. It's not grand gestures that create the identity shift. It's the small, consistent things that you've done. And the evidence is that it gets easier. You make decisions quicker. You don't have to resist the temptations or the old identity trying to pull you back. You see the progress stacking. That is alignment. Those are the markers that will let you know that your identity is shifting to who you want to become. And that's why we need to document it. Because like I said, when I did that, it gave me proof that I was shifting to the person that I wanted to be. And that really boosted my confidence as I transition and move into the next phase of me creating the successful version of myself. When you see the record of your alignment, confidence grows. Because confidence isn't built on hype. It's not built on I'm going to. It's not built on I wish. It's built on evidence. Every note, every tracker, every milestone you record becomes proof. Proof that you're not just working hard. You're becoming the person who finishes. And that proof is what makes you trust yourself. The proof is what makes you patient. The proof is what makes you steady while you wait for the breakthrough. And that's why I feel like this past episode and this episode tie into the breakthrough episode is because as we move forward on our own personal journeys, there's going to be something that pushes us forward. Whether it be excitement, whether it be the feeling of success itself, something is going to prepare you for it. There's an emotional attachment to it that's going to propel you forward. Right now, mine is excitement. I'm really excited about the next phase. I'm excited about the opportunities that are going to come from it. And that's really got me excited to the point where I have this pressure and this excitement building up, and I don't know where to put it. So last episode was all about how do I use that? And that was really honing in on the skills that I developed and transferring that energy into those skills so that even though I know the road to my second goal is going to be harder, I'm prepared for it because I have the skills. And not only do I have the skills, I'm going to pour more energy. This energy and pressure that I have, I'm going to pour that into them to make them even stronger so that I'm prepared for the road ahead. With that, documentation now gives me the confidence that I know the system works. Now I have to let it continue to work. And with that added energy that I'm going to throw into the system that already works, I know that I'm going to accomplish the second goal as well. So documentation not only helps you see it, but also gives you confidence that the identity that you have built is going to take you to the identity that you are trying to get to, the person you are trying to become. And that's why you see it as progress. That pressure, even though it is excitement, there is a pressure in being somewhat successful, right? You accomplish one goal, you know it's possible to accomplish all your goals, and it's exciting, but it also is not a negative, it's a positive pressure to accomplish the second, third, and however many other goals that you have. Documentation turns that pressure of being successful, creating that successful identity, into progress. Because pressure creates energy. Documentation directs it. Those skills that I was talking about, those are what I wrote down because that is what changed in me as a person. So now that I know that those are the things that changed, this energy that I've created through this exciting pressure, I now know where I need to put them. Put the energy into them. I know where to put the energy into. It's them. So when you capture your alignment, you know exactly where to put that energy. You know what's working. You know what's building. You know what's forming. This is how you keep that exciting pressure from distracting you by channeling it into the same habits and actions that got you here. Without understanding and really documenting what got you to this point in your journey, wherever it may be, super, super close to it, accomplishing this goal, on your way to accomplishing the second goal, wherever you are in your journey, documenting what got you there so that any kind of pressure or excitement or any kind of emotion that you feel that may distract you from continuing to progress, now you know where to channel that energy to keep you on track. That in itself is powerful. That's why I thought it was very important to put this episode where it is in my journey, but also in the system. Because I think we forget to really acknowledge how far we've come, and not only how far we've come, but who we are now and how different that person is from where we started in January. Alignment is the evidence of who you're becoming. We have to acknowledge that. Documenting the alignment is how you prove to yourself that breakthrough is coming. It's how you see the identity shift before the results show up. It's how you stay patient, stay consistent, and stay confident. Because alignment is the quiet part of the breakthrough. And when you document it, you realize you're not just working toward a goal. You're becoming the person who accomplishes everything they set out to do this year. That is very, very important. Accomplishing things is great. Working towards a goal is great. But if you don't acknowledge the identity shift and understand that there are things that you are doing on a consistent basis, and that if you understand that things are going to get harder as you accomplish more opportunities arise. With those opportunities becomes a more difficult path. And on that path, it is very easy to get distracted by whatever emotion or pressure that comes with it. But alignment and understanding how you got to where you currently are is what's going to ground you, help you take that energy that is being produced by whatever emotional pressure you're currently feeling and redistributing it into the skills that got you to this point, making them work for you in a more efficient way, allowing you to be prepared for the difficulty ahead and still reaching the goals that you set for yourself. It may seem very, very minor, but from a personal standpoint, I can honestly tell you, taking the time to acknowledge the changes in myself and how they align with the person that I said I wanted to become has been a truly powerful step in this journey towards the next goal that I've set for myself. I know that the system works and I'm going to continue to use it. But there was a short period where I was just like, okay, what do I do? Like, I don't have to put in the same effort as I did before. It's becoming easier. I do what I say I'm going to do. I do it on time. I'm not having to force myself to do it anymore. What is this? And it's alignment. Once I took the time to really document the alignment of the identity that I am currently in to the identity that I am working hard towards, I saw how far I've come and realized I am so much closer to being who I want to be than I've ever been in my life, which then gives me confidence and help me understand that this is easier because I've put in the work to make it easier. And the more work that I put in, the easier it's going to get. And that is an amazing feeling at this stage in the journey. So if you have the time, no, that's not if you have the time. Make the time to sit down. It takes 15 to 20 minutes. And just think about who you are, who you were January 1st versus who you are today. And think about those questions. If you don't remember them, scroll back, get those questions, answer those questions. Because you will find that you have come a lot further than you thought you had. And you understand where to then put this energy that you have, where to put it so that it works for you as your path gets a little bit harder towards each and every goal. This is Focused Unleashed. And this is how you document the alignment. As always, stay focused and be ready to unleash it.